Welcome to today's lesson. So today we shall be learning about cyclic movements in the environment. So in our previous classes, we learned that things that move in a cycle repeatedly have a cyclic movement. So in this lesson, we shall learn about cyclic movements that occurs in our environment. So cyclic movements that occur in our environment. A cyclic movement refers to objects that move around repeatedly in an orderly manner. It also refers to activities that are done repeatedly in the same way. Alright, so let us observe the following movements. So the second hand on an analog clock. Take a look at the face of this clock. Do you have an analog clock at home or in your school? Observe the movement of the second hand on the clock and share your observation. The second hand of a clock moves from one point, goes round and comes back to the same point where it started. It moves in the same order within the same period over and over again. Each movement of the second hand is called a second. So we say that the second hand of an analog clock moves in a cycle repeatedly. This movement is called a cyclic movement. Let's take a look at another one. We have the merry-go-round. So in the picture, you can see a merry-go-round there. A merry-go-round moves in a cycle. It starts from one point, goes round, and comes back to the point where it started. It continues to move in the same way over and over again until it comes to a stop. Therefore, we can say that the merry-go-round also shows a cyclic movement. We have another one, which is the movement of a pendulum. The back and forth movement of a swinging pendulum is another example of a cyclic movement. Do you know what a pendulum is? So a pendulum is usually a small ball that is tied to a string. So a pendulum is usually a small ball that is tied to a string. The string is hung from a fixed point so that it can swing freely. The fixed point is called a pivot. When the pendulum is pulled back and released, it swings back and forth in the same way repeatedly. The repeated back and forth movement of the pendulum shows a cycle movement. So in the picture there, you have a pendulum there. So that is a picture of a pendulum. Let's take a look at the last one. We have the movements of the limbs. So do you know that the movement of the limbs also show a cyclic movement? Our limbs are our legs and hands. Anytime we are walking, our hands and legs move back and forth in a repeated manner. The repeated movements of our limbs is called a cyclic movement. So there we have it. We've been able to identify some cyclic movements. We were able to identify the second hand on an analog clock. We talked about the merry-go-round and then the pendulum as well. and then the movement of the limbs. All these show a cyclic movement. Alright, so this brings us to the end of the lesson.